Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at Shadow Golurk in the Open Great League. This Pokemon was the top comment in my recent community post where I asked which Pokemon you want to see, and Shadow Golurk kind of won that for the Open Great League, so here we go. Of course, as promised, I kind of wanted to take a look at those Pokemon that you want to see. And this is one of them, and I didn't really want to make a team that I already played before. Like I thought of like going for the Wigglytuff double Mudslap boys, stuff like this, but I wanted to try it a little bit differently, and I think in the current meta, Golurk in the lead might be a very cool Pokemon to run. First battle here, by the way, is against the recent regional winner nickname, so shout out to you as well. And also, they won a regional before where I think I was in as well. But anyway, we're going to see here the Corviknight against us. That is going to be a bit of an awkward Pokemon. I actually was playing a different Pokemon than Mandibuzz in the back, but then decided to swap it up to Mandibuzz. The Pokemon that I was running was Togedemaru, which is kind of even spicier. I actually won, like, it's only one battle with it. I won that battle as well. And decided to drop the Pokemon because of too much of a weakness to ground type. Like, that's mainly the reason why I was like, I know that I won this battle, and I know that it would have been great for a lot of other occasions, but I do think that Togedemaru actually has a lot of play in the current meta, just not in a team with Golurk together as like basically the core, because that just doesn't work out with the current the ground type situation. So yeah, that's why I dropped this one. That's why we have Mandibuzz instead, and here we're going to go up against the Sabely, which is going to be a very okay matchup for us. Dazzling Gleam, of course, going to hurt. I would assume that they're going to try to swap, but they don't. And yeah, we're going to be now in a very difficult spot. But what we can do is we can go for the big charge move here. We need to get to the Dark Pulse in order to knock out the opponent's Corviknight. Can we found on the Sabely? Yes, we can. We still have a Golurk left, and so we win this battle. Next up, we're going to encounter Lapras. This matchup is quite interesting because it's quite neutral, and I should most likely swap out eventually. They of course have the super effective move of Sparkling Area against us. We would have access to the buffed Dynamic Punch, by the way, which takes now less energy. So that would have been cool as well. Here, I could fully farm them down as well, but I'm not going to do that. The main reason is because you saw me already lagging a little bit in the beginning there for the beginning of like the Mudslaps there. And if I would have stayed in, I should have farmed them down there in time, but I would have not farmed them down in time. They would have got to another move, and then all my energy was wasted, which is kind of unfortunate because now I was kind of forced to swap out of a matchup that I would have had the potential to fully farm them down, just because, yeah, again, like game could work a bit better, but small things. This happens to all of us anyway, like it's kind of an equal experience. Anyway, we're gonna see here the Lapras. We can go for the Aerial Ace, but we just barely miss out on that. And so we're gonna go down here, but that's okay because we're going to have the Weezing, which can go for the full farm down. We have Shadow Weezing here, which is gonna give us a little bit more damage output than the normal one, but both of them are totally fine. I like the Shadow version quite a bit more because I feel like you have like the bit more the potential of pressuring opponents, like for example the Typhlosion, where we just one-shot them with a Sludge. I can assure you that if we didn't have the Shadow version here, it would have not one-shot them. Anyway, Blastoise against Golurk. Oh no, one type against a ground type Pokemon. How's this gonna go? Based on what I've seen, you win in every single shield scenario, but that doesn't really make too much sense. I do think you only really win like in the two shield scenario. Everything else doesn't really make too much sense there for me. But I think I looked it up and I said like you win in basically every shield scenario, but it didn't really look like that. I think a Hydro Cannon would have one-shot us. But anyway, we're going to have here the Cradily against us. The opponent's going to be already kind of low, which is going to be great. And we can go for a Sludge Bomb. But now it depends on what I want to do next. Do I want to use a shield? Do I not want to use a shield? They decide to let the move go through. And so I decide to let the move go through and go into the Golurk, trying to pressure the opponent again. We can go for the full farm down, at least in theory. We should have been able to go for the full farm down here. But again, one turn lag allowed the opponent to get to the charge move here, getting the shield from us, getting the attack drop onto us. And this would have been definitely a way different game here if that wasn't for that tiny bit of a lag there. Like there was no way, that wasn't even like an inconsistency or whatever. There should have been no way that the opponent's Cradily gets to move there. Does it matter here? I don't know. We are not gonna give up here at all. We of course gonna play that one out. We're going to have the Sludge coming in, and we will try to go for another Aerial Ace here. And that's the thing as well. While lag is of course annoying, happens to all of us eventually anyway, it's still the best thing for you is just to try to play it out. Like at the end of the day, you can still try to do your best there and try to win the battle. As we'll see here, the Mandibuzz is going to take the Sludge from the opponent. This is going to still not be enough to knock us out, and the area is coming through. And so even with 2 times lag there, I was able to still win, which is amazing. And honestly, this team was really, really cool. Against the Germnaa, it's a bit more annoying, I have to say. A Germnaa is going to be a bit like the one core breaker that I don't really want to face. It's not too bad though. Like, while yes, it is an annoying matchup, it's not too bad because they have to go for a charge move here. I can actually use a shield, and I can go for my own charge move now. You might think that seems a bit silly. I wanted to get them low enough that I could, in theory, air slash them down with my Mandibuzz. That was my main idea behind it. In this case, they're very likely just gonna stay in here and just go for the charge move now. And we can try to go for the full farm down, which is going to work out here as well. But yeah, as you'll see here, we're gonna have the Brutal Swing coming through. This is going to be fine. We have the Clodsire. That is not going to be fine though. It's going to be a very tough matchup. We have to see here. Stone Edge is going to be even more annoying because Sludge Bomb, of course, would have been neutral. Stone Edge is going to be super effective against our Mandibuzz. I am not too sure we're going to have a chance of winning this battle. But again, we are going to try to give our best here. We're going to try to play it out until the end and see what we can do. We have the Stone Edge coming through. I'm very certain at this point that we are basically having no chance of really winning. But we can still try our best, right? Like, there's no worries here. Like, we can just try to win this battle with the Pokemon that we have available for us. It's gonna be very close, it's gonna be a little bit annoying, but we see the Cradily in the back. We can go for the Sludge, and if I can go for another Sludge, maybe we can put them into a range where we can farm them down with a Mandibuzz and then still have energy against the other Pokemon. This could well be the case. And so Sludge is coming through here again, and showcasing again why Sludge is such a strong move, and there might be a range for the farm down. While we had like such a bad position for ourselves, we might be able to still get this one done. We can go for the full farm down. We have the Dark Pulse stored, and this is going to be enough to knock them out, and it's showcasing again that you should never give up no matter how difficult a situation looks for you. Blastoise. Blastoise or Blastoise, we're gonna be able to go for the Shadow Punch. We just go Shadow Punching. This is going to be hopefully okay. That is gonna be the shield coming up, and that is going to be totally fine, as we can use our own shield. It's gonna be the Hydro Cannon from the opponent, and we will try our best to go for another Shadow Punch against them as well. And this will allow us to get the KO, and we see what they're gonna have in the back. It's gonna be the Pidgeot. I'm gonna swap out of here. I don't have the best answer to Pidgeot, but I also don't have the best answer to Marowak. That is gonna be even worse for me. Oh, that is going to be a tough one to still win, but they can still go for another charge move. I am kind of forced to, I feel like I kind of forced to go into my Golurk here now because of the Pidgeot, and I can go for the hard-hitting charge move here. I hope they would use a shield here, but I would assume they won't. And I should have most likely waited out the Switch Clock a little bit longer because they get now some free energy, which they should have never gotten. And I mess up this battle by literally this tiny decision because I didn't wait out the clock. Because otherwise, what you see here is that the opponent is going to have Feather Dance. Feather Dance is a move that debuffs our own attack by 2 stages. And yeah, I would have had the option to clear that drop if I would have had still a Pokemon left, because at this point we most likely would have been able to swap out and I would have been easily able to win the battle. But again, we can still try our best here, but I'm not too happy about the situation because again, they're going to have now, yeah, I don't know, like they're gonna have most likely still enough health, and as I go for the charge move here, if I could have actually went for another fast move, gave them a free fast move with that, and the free fast move allowed them to win this, that was definitely winnable for me. Definitely mistakes been made, but it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. Definitely could have won this battle. They ever played a bit better. We're going to have here now, though, the Cradily against us, which is going to be a matchup where we can go back into our Weezing. Weezing is going to enjoy this one. It's going to be a Rock Tomb. Attack is going to drop, and we can go for the Sludge, which is perfectly fine. This is going to allow us to get some nice damage onto them, and we cannot outspeed them. So we're going to let the move go through again and see what we can do here. We can go into the Golurk maybe again. We have a shield advantage, which is going to be great. Golurk is coming in. We can go for the full farm down here, which is good. And let's see what's coming in. It's going to be a Mandibuzz, and that is going to be a bit annoying, but we have Air Slash on our Mandibuzz, which means we're going to be able to win the mirror matchup because we're going to be able to do some nice fast move pressure while the opponent has to rely on their charge move pressure. That being said, it doesn't mean that we're going to be able to win the battle because we still have to deal with that Drapion here, and we still have a shield advantage, but we don't have a switch advantage and we need to get out of this matchup. And I decide to go ahead and use a shield. It's going to be the Awkward Tail. I can go for the full farm down here. I'm forced to use a shield again. I could have went for a charge move here to be fair, but I didn't really want to. They're gonna go down here, and now it's down to us against that Mandibuzz. We're gonna go for the bait. Shadow Punch bait is our only way of still having a chance of winning this battle, because our own Mandibuzz is so low. And as you will see here, the charge move is coming through, and it looks like it is a CMP tie, which makes it all a bit better for me. But it still doesn't mean that we're gonna win this battle straight away. We have an Aerial Ace stored though, which is gonna be very cool, as we can go for that Aerial Ace now. We can try to go for another one straight away afterwards, but as you will see here, they're gonna still get to another charge move. Can we survive 2 of them? It's gonna be close. I definitely think we can survive 2 of them, especially with the Snarl that they have. But it's still gonna be close. We're gonna be able to get not the KO here. And they can still reach the next charge move. Can we win this battle or not? Let's see here. It is going to be close. We're going to be able to survive it. And with that, we win the battle. Some very close battles here so far. Skeledirge. Skeledirge is very good for us. Like, really, really good for us. And they swap out into Cradily, which is fine by me as well, because I'm going to be able to go for a Shadow Punch at least. And, yeah, pressure them with that quite a bit. As we will see, we're going to have here our Weezing to come in now. We're going to try our best with the Rock Tomb. And as we will see, we can go for some Sludge. Sludge is going to be fine. This is going to allow us to get some damage onto them. And as we will see here, this is going to be a Rock Tomb coming through from the opponent. And we try our best to align ourselves perfectly. We have the Brutal Swing now connecting against the opponent. And this is going to be fine. We're going to get the KO here. Let's see who is coming in next. It's going to be the Skeledirge. We can still pressure them quite a bit. And I don't even mind swapping out of here if I need to. And I'm going to swap out of here, as I will be able to outspeed them as well. They want to go for their own charge move, but that is not going to work out here. We're going to be able to outspeed you, go for the Shadow Punch, get the shield, and get the free fast move in. And with that, DKO against the Skeledirge plus energy on my Golurk, which means we most likely get to another move. It's going to be the Morpeko. They're actually going to be able to very likely knock me out of here, but the cool thing here is now Morpeko changes to be just a dark type attacker, and that is perfect for our Mandibuzz, which can resist that. And with that, they decide to forfeit the battle. And this is exactly the reason why I had to change Togedemaru, basically. If we would have encountered any kind of ground type Pokemon in the lead, it would have been game over straight away. But like this, I can just play out the matchup, get my shield advantage, which I'm most likely going to lose basically straight away. Get a ton of fast move pressure in here as well with our Air Slash. And Rockstar is going to get shielded up. They can still go for another one. I don't really care too much about the second one. I get the energy advantage, and I get rid of one of the hardest answer basically to my Weezing, which might benefit me more. And here I think I could have played this battle a little bit better. It's going to be against the Charjabug. We swap out into the Weezing, and in comes the Dusclops. Yeah, this is the matchup which I definitely could have played a bit better, but it's down to like those tiny nuances, and yeah, I don't know. We see here the Brutal Swing, they're gonna go for a shield. I thought they needed more time to go for charge moves, and so I decided to shield this move up here. It's going to be the Shadow Punch, and I would love to just swap out with the energy still. I would love to swap out with the energy. I would love to have like, a little bit of energy stored. It turns out, yeah, they get to the moves a little bit faster than I even expected. And with this, they're going to knock me out. And we can now, yeah, forfeit the battle. I could have won this battle most likely again if I played a bit better. But I didn't, and that is fine. And we can move on to the next opponent. Kind of similar to like the Mudslap matchup. We're going to try to just get them low. I would be able to win the Zero Shield scenario if they let the move go through, which they don't, and so we're gonna lose that Zero Shield scenario, but for that we can keep alignment, which is gonna be even more important, plus also the Wigglytuff is going to be now in range for even some Air Slash plus Aerial Ace, which is gonna be cool. Rock Tomb Claydol makes me believe that there is going to be in the back another Mudslapper, which would be very unfortunate, and most likely I should have used the shield here then. Because, yeah, if there's another Mudslapper in the back, it's going to be very difficult to run my Weezing. Weezing only really had to play against the lead then. But yeah, we see here that we're going to be able to still go for another charge move. This is going to allow us to get the KO. Not really, but two more fast moves is enough. And they're going to reveal that they're going to have again that Pokemon here, the Wigglytuff, and they show us, of course, that they're going to have that Gaster in the back. As expected, there's not a lot that I can do here. There's nothing I can do here anymore, And again, though, I'm still gonna try my best. I don't really want to give up. I want to go for the full farm down here. This is my only play of winning this battle, is to go for the full farm down against the Gastrodon. I most likely have to use one shield, but I need to get the energy in order to knock out the Wigglytuff before the charm damage is going to be too much. And as you see here, Wisdom is coming through. The swap out into the Wigglytuff. We can go for the Area Ace to try to get the KO against the opponent, which is not going to work out. And sadly, we're going to go down here, and this is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye bye.